Hi, welcome to Gardenville.tv. Here we are at Bloom 2011 in the Phoenix Park in Dublin, and we're talking to Breffni McGeough of Outerscapes, and he's introducing a whole new concept to garden design. Can you tell us about the garden you've designed here for Bloom?
Yeah, of course. I'm not sure if it's a new concept in terms of, like, recycling has been, people have been recycling for years. This is the context of the materials is the new thing. We haven't had this recession kind of style gardening, I don't think, before.
So this garden is something to do with the recession. Can you explain that to us?
The materials, like what you're standing on now, is scaffolding boards, treated and sanded and made to look a little bit more expensive.
Right.
What I'm leaning against is scaffolding. So it's usually used to build rather than be the building itself.
And so what is this garden about?
It's a kind of, it's just about showing people how you have a little bit of creativity. You can use anything to kind of create something interesting and functional and beautiful.
Yeah, and because of our huge building boom here in the country, we've been left with a lot of
there's loads of this stuff
material.
And it's dirt cheap as well.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
So you could actually do your decking and everything in the garden like what you've done here now, no problem.
No, not at all. Like, and this is stronger than decking. This is better than decking.
Is it?
Well, you
It's
know,
denser.
the depth of a scaffolding board is about that.
Yeah. But these are slightly thinner than your average one. But in terms of the density of the timber, that's denser than cedar. That's denser than pine. That's denser than that's nearly as dense as oak.
And then you've created the scaffolding here now in the garden. And you've brought, what am I standing on here?
It's blue shale.
Okay.
So it's kind of, you know, these yards and everything are full of hardcore. So we're not going to use hardcore, but this looks a little bit like it. It's a bit prettier.
So you could actually use it for an area then in the garden, just so that you can walk around and have your planting then. So you've done your planting around that area.
Yeah, well, the idea is the planting's a bit wild. You know, it's not meant to be pristine looking. So hopefully, somebody's just have to knock the chain off. Great. The idea is that the plants will kind of creep in towards the garden and kind of surround it.
So it gives it a natural sort of effect to it.
Yeah, no, it's not meant to look, you know, manicured or anything. It's supposed to be a little bit wild looking.
So
that's what the buddleia are there, you know.
Yeah, so they can see themselves into the gravel or whatever. So if you let it go completely wild, you're almost coming back to what will happen to the building sites.
Well, this is what's
that's
happening to them, you know.
What is happening. Nature takes over very quickly.
Yeah.
It's a very...
I love these. I think they're brilliant. So I mean, you could use them for shade, as you were saying, sailcloth or something.
But even, I like the way even they just cast
just like
these
this,
square shadows on the ground. I think it's quite cool.
And there's no reason if this is strong enough you can't hang a swing for a child or something.
Oh, you could.
Any of these things.
I know I've been swinging out of these all week.
I was wondering where
That's
the
how you're
came
keeping
from,
fit.
Fairly, yeah. Well, there's other stuff as well, but playing and climbing frames.
What am I walking on to here?
It's black limestone.
Black limestone, which is put in the middle of.
Is that an import or an Irish?
No, I think that's import. I'm not 100% clear on that.
I think probably.
It's not Kilkenny, so...
Yeah, so I think then probably.
And then you've put the lovely trees. What tree is this
These
behind you?
are Austrian pines. Pinus nigra austriaca.
They're lovely, aren't they?
They're brilliant and they're very good by the seaside. They're quite
in the brief now I said the reason, well, I wanted them anyway, but I think the reason they can tolerate anything.
Yeah, they're very tough.
They tolerate exposure, they tolerate any shitty soil, they tolerate anything, so they're kind of, if you're looking at gardens built in the land, like these housing estates, the conditions for plants are awful, so these kind of suit awful conditions, so that's kind of why they're here as well.
Yeah, it all blends in.
I like the concept, I must say.
Yeah, the concept is absolutely brilliant. How did you come up with that idea?
I don't know, it was quite topical, the whole ghost estate thing, when we were coming up with ideas for Bloom, and it just seemed like something to explore.
So anybody looking for garden design, what do you do in Outerscapes?
We do everything.
Do everything. So
well, yeah, but usually what would happen would be someone would ring us and we'd go down and have a look, do up, give whatever a brief off and find out exactly what they want, what they're looking for, what they like, what they don't like. Is the most important thing. And then we go off and start drawing.
And Breffni, how can somebody contact you if they'd like you to do a garden design for them?
Well, we have a website, it's outerscapes.ie.
Yeah.
We're on Facebook.
Yeah.
I think it's just, if you type in Outerscapes to Facebook, you'll find us.
Yeah.
We're here,
away.
we're at Bloom.
You're at Bloom.
You know, we're doing everything we can.
And you've got the weather very nice for everybody at Bloom. Absolutely beautiful. Well, Breffni McGeough from Outerscapes. McGeough. I'll get it right. Well done. It's brilliant. It's innovative. It's a great idea, isn't it, Susan?
Yep.
And thank you for talking to us at gardenville.tv.